on digital and online.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Now, 5 Live Breakfast. Your call. Weekday mornings from 9. Call 0500 909 693. Calls are free from most landlines, but some networks and mobile operators will charge. Text 85058. Text will be charged at your standard message rate.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
6 minutes past 9, Wednesday morning. This is your call on 5 Live. Phil Williams here with you till 10. 0500 909 693 is the number that gets you on the wireless this morning. Should you get a ban for using your mobile whilst driving? 0500 909 693. Let's have a chat about this for a Wednesday morning. Jeanette Miller's here, motoring law expert at Geoffrey Miller Solicitors. Hi, Jeanette.
Hi.
Jeanette's also president of the Association of Motor Offence Lawyers. And I just see on your website it describes you as Miss Justice.
Yes, that is a title that has been given to me,
partly
from campaigning in relation to motoring issues. Possibly there'll be a new campaign if they do introduce a 12-month ban. I'm not sure that is the way to go with mobile phone offences.
Why is that? Why do you disagree with it?
Because I think there's a major education issue here. There's a cultural issue that needs to be addressed. And I don't think by increasing the penalty before properly addressing that is the right way to go, personally. I think that we've got a problem, a bigger problem.
So you're looking for an education approach, really, rather than the punitive approach to start with?
Absolutely. I think...
Have we not been educated already, though? Mobiles have been around a while.
Well, let's look at the youth of today. I sound very old saying that, but have you sat at a dinner table with a teenager recently? They have their smartphones attached to their bodies.
Hands up, Jeanette, right? I'm 38, but I'm as bad.
Yeah, well, so exactly. So there's... Education's one thing, but also a culture change. We have this need to be available, and I'm guilty of that as well.
And the psychologist who came and spoke to us from Manchester Business School said that's because we're social animals, people.
So if you look at us now, and we're of a certain generation, there are younger generations coming through who are going to be starting to drive soon. And I think having this penalty of a 12-month ban isn't necessarily going to hit home. I don't necessarily think it's fair to impose that level of penalty for this offence. There's lots of research done. I don't think anybody will doubt that being on your phone, texting or phoning whilst driving is going to distract you. There was a research study undertaken by the Transport Research Laboratory. This is quite surprising, though. They said that if you drank up to the legal limit, then your reaction time to certain stimuli would be reduced by 12%.
Right.
If you're texting whilst driving, the same study revealed that your reaction time could be reduced to 35%. So you could, by analogy, compare texting whilst driving to being...
How did they test that, though?
I've no idea.
Because I would have thought what you'd have to do is have a driving simulation, and you'd have to measure the two, when you'd have to say, right, send someone a text and see how, and then... Yeah,
it'd be the same stimuli that they're testing you against, but it's akin, arguably, to being 3 times the drink drive limit. Now, not many people would voluntarily say, I'm going to get in the car and do that, are they?
Yeah, and yet still you think it shouldn't result in a 12-month ban then, if it's that serious?
No, because I think in some instances it is through not really understanding the legislation. Lots of people think you're okay to be on the phone if you're stuck in a traffic jam, and you're not. If your engine's on, that's the offence. So are you going to put somebody off the road for 12 months who's been stationary on the M25 for the last hour? Are you going to really put them off the road for 12 months for that? I don't think that's the right way. And
Steve in Worcester. Hello, Steve.
Yeah, hiya, good morning.
Should you get a ban if you're caught using your mobile while driving?
No, I don't think so, not at all. I agree with most of what your guest has just said, actually, concerning mobile phones and the ability of people to use them and concentrate and multitask. The thing is, though, is that in a lot of countries, and particularly in Scandinavia, it's a requirement of a driving test to actually carry out other tasks whilst taking a driving test. And I actually think that being asked questions and having to carry out another task and hold a conversation whilst driving should be part of a driving test. And if you can't do that successfully, then you shouldn't pass your test.
What, so you should be able to multitask behind the wheel? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, put it at an extreme. A Formula One driver driving 180 miles an hour will have to multitask a dozen things whilst doing so. I'm not suggesting that people on normal roads at reasonable speeds should do that. But what I'm saying is not beyond human capability. You've got to remember the driving test in this country is archaic, based around a time when we had leafy lanes and people plodded around at sort of like 30 miles an hour.
So Steve, just between you and me, right?
Yeah.
Are you one of those drivers